Hey there, this is Nate English back again covering the latest stage of the Vuelta. Today is stage 5, and it was flat for 100K, a little few bumps, but then it had 3 categorized climbs late in the stage. There was a lot of action the first few days, so a lot of GC sorting already. The top 20 is already spread out quite a bit. Today came down to some pretty exciting action with the breakaway. Gregory, do you want to quickly summarize what went down today?
Yeah, it seems to play out the way the Vuelta typically plays out. There was a breakaway, and they didn't really pose any threat to the GC, so all the GC teams seemed to hang back, even took it easy. I saw them chatting with each other and stuff, so just trying to, I think, save their energy for tomorrow. We talked earlier that the stage actually is different tomorrow because of COVID-19, and that seems to be having an impact on the race. And then as far as like the breakaway, it was pretty exciting. There was a really fun finish.
Losing tomorrow's Queen stage is kind of crazy because that was the headliner. Like, they're going to Spain, or they leave Spain for a day, they go to France, they do the Col du Bisque and finish on the Tourmalet, and that would have been really epic and exciting. Tomorrow's stage is still going to be pretty exciting and really impactful for the GC, but it definitely changes up kind of the, I don't know, like the nostalgia associated with the race, because like the Tourmalet has been included in the tour so many times, and it was something that people were looking forward to, but COVID, required them to change it. And then today, yeah, like 3 good riders in the breakaway. So Tim Wellens in the break again. He has been in the break multiple times. He's, always trying to go for it, and a strong classics rider. And then Guillaume Martin, who I think was the team leader for Cofidis, but he's not up there in the GC high enough for people to care. So he was there. He's a small guy. He's a good climber. And then Timon Ahrensman is a young kid. He just got second at Tour de l'Avenir, which is a development tour in France. And so he got moved up from the development team up to Sunweb, like the pro team, just this season. And so he's riding the break in a Grand Tour, putting in a strong showing. I think you could see he wasn't maybe quite as strong as Wellens and not quite as experienced. He attacked a little bit early in the last K, and I don't think he was going to win, but he should have waited a little bit longer. It was a pretty fun finish. It kind of reminded me of some of the classics in Belgium, where it's like this tight road, and it's like kind of a punchy climb through this like old town that looks medieval. It sucks not being able to go into France this year. I feel like watching the Vuelta, I always get really excited. It's like you're traveling and you get to see all these like cool landscapes and see these cool towns that it'd be fun to visit. But yeah, I mean, did you have any picks going into tomorrow's stage? Like, have you taken a look at the new profile, Gregory?
Yeah, we're looking at the profile, and it looks hard. Like, I'm glad I'm not doing it. That looks like a challenging climb. Today's GC didn't change. There's even a small crash at the end. Looks like Dan Martin was involved, but everything I've heard, he appears to be A-okay. And so yeah, I think for the GC tomorrow, I think some of the guys who are behind have got to make a move, right? So if like Carapaz really wants to win this, or Dan Martin, and anyone else further down, like a Movistar or Enric Mas, someone like that, tomorrow's the day where they've got to figure it out, right? They've got to attack. They got to pick up some time, because if it just keeps going like this, unless there's this amazing time trial, which is possible, like we saw on the tour,
yeah,
but I doubt it. I mean, Roglic is still a great time trial. It's like he might have lost to Pogačar in the tour, but he still placed like 3rd or 4th overall. Like he wasn't like behind in the time trial by any measure, right? So he's still a strong time trialist. I think for these like skinny climber guys like a Carapaz or Enric Mas, right? They got to make a move on a mountain stage, and I think tomorrow is where they need to do something.
Yeah, I think the original plan for tomorrow's stage was going to be epic and exciting, and it's always fun to watch those guys just like bleed out of their eyeballs because they are climbing 10,000, 12,000 feet in a day or more, and having like tomorrow's stage was going to be just all climbing. It's like, I forget if it was a cat 1 and then 2 HCs and there's like no flat riding in between. I feel like the way that the stage is now, it plays out in a much more strategic way because the climbs aren't as big. It's like a cat 3, a cat 2, and it finishes on a cat 1, and the first half of the stage almost, or the first third maybe, is pretty flat. So I feel like it changes it up where it's not as favorable to pure climbers. So I think that'll be interesting. I feel like it opens the door for some people to be a little more aggressive who wouldn't be, like some people would be playing defense if it was just finishing on the Tourmalet. And the guys that would be really aggressive on the Tourmalet probably have to like sit in and get a little bit more of a draft and like play off of the bigger teams, because there'll probably be more guys from Movistar and Sunweb and Ineos protecting their leaders all the like halfway up, 2/3 of the way up that last climb. So I think it'll be really interesting to see how it plays out. Epic stages are fun to watch, but I think the race is a little more strategic now. So it'll be really fun to see how people play it. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna have 1 or 2 extra guests on to cover what would have been the very clear Queen stage, but it's still gonna be a really exciting stage. Do you have any parting thoughts for today, Greg?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the race bubble worked during the tour, which I was actually amazed, right? I mean, only Prudhomme got tested positive, right? The race director, which was ironic and hilarious, all wrapped up into one, right? The Giro, unfortunately, did seem some positive tests, and some teams even had to go. So, I mean, so far so good at the Vuelta. Like, I hope that remains. My guess is like, if no riders and no one on the teams tests positive, I think they'll just keep going. And you know, it seems to be the case that like the host country seems to complete the race, right? Where if it crosses into another country, the cross-border stuff, there's restrictions, and so they can't do that. I think it was even Bink Bank Tour where they kept going in Belgium, but they couldn't do the stages in the Netherlands. I think that's what we'll see here, is that the Volta will continue in Spain, but anything that's cross border is just not gonna work.
Yeah.
Given all of the restrictions. So hey, I'm still excited. I think it'll be fun. And yeah, it's been a great bike race to watch.
Yeah, it's been an exciting first week, and it's fun. Like it's funny today seeing the dynamic where there were some highway climbs. Like it was enough climbing that it could have been more selective than it was. But the first few days were just really exciting and raced really hard. So I feel like a lot of the guys, like you said, are like tired and they're just like, we're just going to take it easy. Like we neutral stage today. We'll save it for tomorrow. But yeah, it's been exciting. Hopefully they can stay safe. And I guess that's it for today. We'll come back tomorrow with an exciting stage, finishes with a Cat 1, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of GC action.
Take care.